Yes, can you hear me good?
I can hear you. Wait, let me turn my phone up a little bit.
All right.
There we go.
I think it may have been on my end because my computer's just stupid, so sometimes it doesn't want to work well. So I took mine off of Wi-Fi. So that's probably I don't know. Okay. Well, hello again, everyone. That other part never happened. My name is Tori. I'm the founder of the Mighty Dames, and this is our fourth interview of the Roll Call interview series. And today we are joined by Amanda. Yay! So Amanda, let's give everyone the stats real quick. So give me your name, rank, location, all that fun stuff.
All right. I'm Amanda Lalonde. I'm a 2-stripe white belt. I train out of Tai Chi Martial Arts in Liverpool, Syracuse area, New York. And I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I got like 3 crazy children running around. They might actually hopefully they don't run around in the back here, but they might join us at some point. And
okay.
Yeah, so I'm still kind of a noob, but I have my feet wet a little bit.
And if you see, we were both rocking the Mighty Dames flag in our shot. Yeah.
Represent.
There we go. Okay, I thought I put mine on backwards for a second, but that would have been embarrassing. But yeah, so when did you start jiu-jitsu and why? Why would you get into this sport?
I started in May of 2017, and I honestly, I'd never heard of jiu-jitsu before until last year. So I didn't even know what it was, never knew it existed. My twins were doing wrestling, and their wrestling coach was like, oh, you should have them do jiu-jitsu. It's similar, and it would help kind of supplement their wrestling practice. I'm like, I don't know what that is. What the heck is jiu-jitsu? And he recommended Tai Chi to me. And so I was like, well, stew on it a little bit, because my kids are doing karate at the time, and we were still under a contract. So I'm like, we gotta finish up this contract. And so the contract was over. I went to Tai Chi, and they had one of those deals, you do 3 classes and you get a gi, and the boys did it, and they're like, yeah, we love this. This is great. So I'm watching, I'm like, oh, they have adult class. I'm looking at the adult class. I'm like, hey, I could do that. I could totally do that. I could do that. But I had just come off of my 3rd ACL surgery. So I was still I had 2 months until I could jump on the mats and try it. So I'm waiting. Finally, I'm like, no, I'm going to do this. I was 2.5 months out of surgery, and I'm like, yeah, let's do this adult class. And I did my first class, and I was hooked. I kept going. I'm like, this is great. I don't know what I'm doing, but this is super fun.
Oh my gosh, we're gonna circle back to this 3 ACLs in a minute.
Well, we're on 4 now, but yeah.
You're on 4 now?
Yeah.
Okay, no, we're gonna go there now.
Caused by jiu-jitsu.
What happened? How with the other 3? What did? That's because that's a lot.
I had to get. My son had his birthday party at Sky Zone, the indoor trampoline park. And I'm trying to be all cool, jumping down the trampoline. I'm like, woo, doing a split in midair, and I landed, and my ACL popped. And I'm like, are you kidding me? This sucks. So I went and they fixed it, but they did a patellar tendon graft, and the graft ended up failing about 6 months later. I was literally just walking across the grass, stepped in a little dent, and it popped. I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? So that needed 2 more surgeries to correct. So they had to take out the failed graft, put bone plugs into my knees so those could heal up. Then they took another graft from my hamstring tendon, stuck that in there. That was the 3rd surgery. And that knee's been good. The other one, we were doing takedowns, and I was a month away from, had only started jiu-jitsu for 2 months, and I signed up for a tournament. I'm like, yeah, let's do this. Balls to the wall. Let's do this.
Just go in. I
was a month out, not even from the tournament, a few weeks away, and we were practicing takedowns, and I was standing on the knee that had the good one, the one that hadn't had surgery. I was standing on it, and my partner went for a single leg, and all I did was hop to adjust my body. And when I hopped and landed, that knee popped. I'm like, are you kidding me? Yeah, so that was fun. My knees are garbage. They are garbage.
I'm seeing a trend here. It's these are not good knees. You are not blessed with well knees. And the other thing is let's just calm down at the Sky Zone in the future. That's the warning sign here. You think you're going to have fun at Sky Zone.
No.
You're going to end up with 3 knee surgeries.
I am too old for Sky Zone, apparently.
But how are you doing now? Your knees doing good?
They are, actually yesterday was 1 year since I had my last knee surgery. I'm like, this is awesome, because as soon as I hit 30, it's like every 6 months I was having a knee surgery. So I'm like, we've avoided knee surgery for 365 days. This is great. So I'm like, they're holding up super good. Can't complain.
That's awesome. Do you wear braces or anything when you practice, or no tape, no nothing?
No.
Oh, just rebel. We're just playing with luck here, but okay. Okay, I'm sorry. That I knew you had 1 knee surgery. I didn't know it was 4. So we got sidelined there, but Jesus, woman, let's put you in bubble wrap. Okay, so you said, I knew you had kids. I didn't know you have 3.
3 boys. So my oldest is 9, and then I have almost 7-year-old twins. So they're a handful.
Oh my gosh! And you're a stay-at-home mom.
Out my house this morning. Like, I got up and I was in angry mom mode because I was super tired. And they're like, "Mom, what's for breakfast?" I'm like, "You guys are grown. Like, you need to start being independent. Make yourselves some breakfast." So like, he got some bread, put the butter on it, and then put it in the toaster. And all of a sudden, like, my kitchen's full of smoke. It smells horrible. I'm like, I walk in my kitchen. I'm like, what is going on here? Like, he buttered the toast before he toasted it. And then it's like charred. It's like this charcoal square piece coming out. I'm like, oh God. So I got the window. I still have the windows open. It still smells. Like, the windows are open. The fans are going. I got like all the smelly things going. Baking banana bread right now. Maybe that'll get the smell.
And he probably really thought he had, like, I could see him thinking like, oh, I got this. I'm about to make some bomb toast right now. And just smoke everywhere.
It was this kid.
So does your whole family train, or is it just the twins and you?
The twins, my oldest, and I train. My husband, he would train, but he's in Afghanistan. Like, his job, he's a security contractor. So he's gone right now, actually. He's gone for 3 months at a time. Then he comes home for a month. And when he's home, like, I brought him with me to class one time. Like, we went to no-gi class, and my husband wrestled in high school. And so I think he was like, oh, yeah, I'm going to, like, prove something. Or, like, try to be a tough guy. And he ended up, like, he injured himself. So,
of course.
So he's like, I can't do this anymore, which understandable. He can't, because it would affect his job. Like, and if he doesn't go to work, then we're kind of out paycheck. So
I got you.
Yeah. So he doesn't, like, if he gets a job back here in the States, like, he'll probably come train with me. But for now, he's like, no. And I did not like being his partner either. Because I think he was trying to, like, muscle man me and be like, yeah, look what I got. Like, you don't know anything. I know everything. I'm like, I don't want to be your partner anymore. You're too rough, buddy. Calm down.
Okay, you said something earlier that reminded me of the other 2. And we've had, like I said, this is our 4th interview. 2 ladies previously with you, they both said that they got into jiu-jitsu not knowing anything about the sport at all. And so was it just that you thought it would help your boys out and you're like, okay, well, let's see, this could be a thing we do together? Or were you like, we have some people who are like ex-athletes and we're kind of looking for something else to do? Or did you just, you know what, why not? Like, what was that driving force to really do it? Was it mostly the kids, or did you just kind of want to try something new?
Kind of mostly the kids. Like, I was a marching band dork in high school, so I didn't.
Oh my God, me too.
Did you? What'd you play?
Yes, I was tuba.
You were the tuba. I played the trumpet.
Yay!
Yeah,
okay.
Girl, I
mean, there we go. I mean, I was, bass clef all day, but I will appreciate. Okay, yay! I love when I come across a fellow band nerd.
Yes.
Like, because they get it. We're used to some. You know what? Like, if you can go through marching band season, you are willing to subject yourself through a special kind of hell. Mm-hmm. So, I could take jiu-jitsu. Sure, why not?
Exactly.
And I'm in Florida. In Florida heat.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was in New York, so, but still, like, Florida, I lived in Tampa for a little while, for a couple years, like, my senior year, we moved down there, so I remember, like, I remember.
Okay, well, that's pretty cool. So have you were you always a stay-at-home mom? Like as soon as you had your kid, you're like, this is it. I'm doing it with my family, or did it just kind of circumstances just kind of made it easier to go that way, or just decide to
my
go that
husband
way?
and I met in the Navy, so we're both like prior
Okay.
military.
Okay.
And he actually got like they were downsizing, so he kind of got like forced out when his contract was up. So I was like, all right, I'll stay in, I'll do the 20 years and retire. But it ended up like we had our first son, and that's when he was getting forced out. And I'm like, all right, I'll go to the reserves then, so I can just, you know, kind of still stay home and take care of him. And then my husband went to work, and it just kind of it worked out because he got this contracting job, and we kind of didn't have a choice. Like if I go to work now, like we had my oldest and then we had the twins, and I'm like, daycare would be insanely expensive. And I'm like, no, I'll stay home. And it's not what I want to be doing with my life, but also my kids are at the age now, like that I could start going back to work maybe. And I'm planning to go back to school in January, which yay! Like I already have a 2-year degree. I'm like, I want to finish the 4-year, but I don't know what I want to be when I grow up. So I'm like, I'm still slightly immature. I have no idea. We'll figure it out.
Well, that's with school. That's exciting though to go back to school.
It's something to do. Like I'm so bored staying home all day, and that's also why I train too, because I go to class at noon, and like there's the noon class people and there's the night class people, and I know a lot of night class people because my kids train at night. So I'm like, hey, how's it going? But I don't get to train with them, and then I train with like my noon people, and that's pretty much my only adult interaction during the day. And it's like it's not like you're having a mature conversation, like someone's trying to choke you out. So it's not like, hey, how's your family? How are your kids? Like, no. Can you
well, and we see that a lot of times, like similar to me, like if I didn't do jujitsu, I'd probably be sleeping most of the time. Like they say like, oh, you're gonna hang out with your friends. I'm like, my gym mates? Yeah, I guess we're gonna go watch the fight this weekend. But that's really cool. Good luck to you with school. Also, nobody knows what they're gonna be when they grow up. If they say they do, they're liars, because we see it all the time. People change careers like 4 or 5 times. So, like, my mom is on her like 3rd, 4th career already.
Keep it interesting.
Like, I swear. Okay, so I see your husband did have our Dudes for Dame shirt. So clearly
he's rocking supportive. He's repping overseas.
Yay! That is so awesome. So, I did notice you said you're a 2-stroke white belt. But you've already done a couple of competitions already.
Yeah, I did. My first one, I did IBJJF in New York City in April of this year. It was actually my birthday weekend. I'm like, this is the best birthday ever. For my knee surgery, I get to compete. I'm in New York City. Like, I didn't even care if I lost. I went to that tournament. I'm just like, I am so pumped. I can't wait to do this. And I ended up taking 2nd, which shocked the crap out of me. I'm like, I didn't think I would win a single match. Like, I was intimidated, but I was excited. It was like a lot of emotions, and it was so much fun. And then I ended up competing again in, I think it was July or August this summer. Because a couple of our other Mighty Dames, they posted that they were looking for like additional competitors for their bracket, because they were from the same gym and there were only 2 of them signed up. And I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? And it was in Boston, and I have a friend from the Navy that lives out there too. So I'm like, oh, we'll make a weekend out of it. I'll go visit my friend and we'll compete. And that tournament was like, I'm never competing alone again. Like, it was fun to meet them, and they were amazing. Like, they just they're like, yeah, come with us, come hang out with us. I'm like, I love you guys. And they were so awesome. They were so sweet. And I felt at home with them. But before my first match, I went out there and I'm just like, hyperventilating. I wasn't prepared. And like, we got to the ground and I'm just like, my mind was like, and she got the bow and arrow choke, and I'm like, yep, we're done, but thank you. And then like, hugged it out. I'm like, this is so awesome. Thank you for choking me. I'm probably the only person that gets excited about being choked, but yeah.
Well, you know what? It is, again, as a fellow heavyweight or super heavyweight, really, I have to travel to either like Atlanta or Miami to get any real competition. Because I have to go to the IBJJF, and I'm smack in the middle. So I'm in Lake County. I'm smack in the middle. of those two locations. So it's either 4 hours south or 6 hours north if I really want a good competition. But what I've noticed is when you do travel, I've gotten used to it now, but that first time I did a competition without my team, I went to Atlanta, and I was lucky that there was a local gym that was there too that we knew each other. I actually competed against her like 3 times before, and we were in the same bracket. Shout out to Ryan. We were in the same bracket, and her boyfriend, her team were still helping me and coaching for me. I thought that was amazing, but it was so nerve-wracking standing in the bullpen. My sisters were with me, but they don't understand jiu-jitsu, and just like sitting there like, okay, so we're gonna do this, and yeah, jiu-jitsu, let's do this. And we finally walk out there, and you know, jiu-jitsu crowds, they're a rough crowd, and they especially if their team is there, they're loud and they're cheering. And so you hear everyone else, and you're just like, it's just me doing my thing. But I'm so happy that the ladies did, that you came to their call, and that they were so welcoming. That's what we're trying to do here. So, yay, yes. I'm glad it actually worked out.
So shout out to Team Link, and I think it was Jamie, Colleen, and oh my gosh, I feel terrible. I forget the girl that I actually compete against. But shout out to you too, because they were all incredible, fantastic.
And I actually think we shared that photo. So when we put all this together, we'll make sure to add that picture of all of you guys in this too. Because I saw that, I was like, yay, I'm so happy. So when you do your competition, like you've had 2 now, when you first step on the mat, what goes through your mind? Because with me, I just say, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. I'm about to compete. Why am I doing this? So that's honestly, as I'm walking to shake the ref's hand, all I'm thinking is, oh shit, this is dumb. And then I calm down. But what's your thought process like when you're like, it's about to start?
Very similar to yours. Like I walked out there, and like initially in the bullpen, and then when I get to the mat, I was listening to music. Like I was listening to Meghan Trainor, like the Me Too song, and most people like at the tournament, they're all serious. Like the guys, there's guys like jumping and like slapping their face, and getting in the zone,
shadow boxing.
I'm like, I can't do that. I'm listening to like Meghan Trainor. I'm just like dancing on the mat. Like, let's do this. And then it's time to go out there. I'm like, oh, I can't be goofy and dance on the mat. And also like the big struggle for me is when I practice, like when we're training at the gym, when I roll, I always like talk or I make weird noises. And I had to like, someone said, you can't make noise because they might count it as a verbal tap. And I'm like, I'm not used to this. I have to be quiet when I roll. Like I can't roll quiet. How do you do that? And I know the very first match I had, I was so exhausted. Like when we were just going for the takedowns, and I had the collar and sleeve grip, and I'm like, oh damn. And the girl laughed, and I'm like, wait, I can't say. But yeah, it's pretty much like oh shit, here we go. Like as soon as I step on the mat, I'm like, oh my god, what am I doing?
Oh yeah, I cardio dump like I haven't done it a lot, but in my very first match, my first match, I tell people all the time, I got like flipped on my head in like the first like 20 seconds of the match. The girl was like a foot shorter than me and just chucked me. Like my arms just went flailing, my arms. It was quite a sight. But in my last competition, when we did open weight, we had 14 girls in our division, and I made it to. I won finals, but that finals was the ugliest match I've ever had in my life because I was so far beyond dead. Got a takedown and just happened to get on top, and just sat there, just heavy breaths in her ear as I trying to keep her there for the remaining of the match. I was like, I know this is not pretty. I don't care. I looked up at my coach before I walked on, and I was like, I don't know if I can do this. But so you've been one of again, you have our flag hanging. You've been like a really big supporter of the Mighty Dames. And how did you come across us, and what about it, besides our general awesomeness, what attracted you to joining the group?
I think I found in the Facebook group, the Women's Grappling Network, someone
Okay.
had mentioned the Mighty Dames, and like that was when you were just starting, because I was just starting.
Yeah.
Like Mighty Dames and I feel like we got a little connection because we started at
we
the same time.
train.
I'm like, hey. But someone's like, oh yeah, this is a group for like the heavyweight women. I'm like, sweet,
Yeah.
let's do this. I can find my tribe, because like
There you
Women's
go.
Grappling Network it was great, and there's a lot that people have to offer. But then like jumping over into the Dames, it's like it's smaller and it's not as overwhelming. Plus, it's also we have so much more in common. Like you have you know, featherweights and middleweights, and you know, in the bigger group, and I'm like, can't really relate to them. Like you can at a certain level that we train
on
the same
certain
sport,
things.
but
Yeah.
like you can't relate in that like they're super petite women and they have, you know, their own set of challenges being small, and we have our own set of challenges being big. So I was just like, oh man. So when I found the Mighty Dames, I'm like, oh, my people. It's so awesome.
Well,
like it makes me so happy, because I just was looking for
Yay.
support with like other women online in grappling and other women in jiu-jitsu, because I didn't really know anyone. Like there's women at my gym, but I don't see a lot of them because they train in the evening. So it's like I can just come online to this group and get information and bounce stuff off of people, or share like if like I know I had my little like whiny, frustrating rant like a month ago or something, but it's
we
good.
all do. We all do. And well, that's one of the good things about women jiu-jitsu in general right now is we are coming to the point where we can have these little specialized groups because we're getting more people. Before there was only like I speak like this old wise jiu-jitsu person. I've only been training for like 4 years. But before there was and still now there wasn't that many women. So you kind of just stuck together because you all had ovaries. Like it is us. So now that we got enough, we got a lot of people, not enough, but we have more. We're able to, like you said, find our tribe, find a little group, and there's something special about like bitching to someone who gets it.
Yes.
You know, and like the women's group gets it, but there's something even more when like you're bitching to a group of heavyweight females who really get it, who like, look, y'all, I bought a pair of gi pants and I can't pull them over my thighs. What the heck is this? And you're like, I got you. Don't order that brand again.
Yes.
So there's something fun about that. And so part of us is all about recognition and support and connection with women, female jiu-jitsu. And also part of us is really big about body positivity, increased self-esteem, and all that fun stuff we like to go through. So personally, I've told my story lots of times, how I've struggled with weight and self-esteem and self-worth for years. And jiu-jitsu really helped me. It kind of helped. It was like a turning point for me to kind of accept my body and for me to start looking positive about it. My sister mentioned the other day, like I wear shorts now, and not like knee shorts. Like I wear like mid-thigh shorts, and I'm probably my biggest I've been in a while, and I feel so comfortable. But you know, I wouldn't have worn them years ago when I was smaller. I'm ranting, but is that similar to you? Has jiu-jitsu helped change kind of your outlook of your body and your self-esteem?
So much. I'm like in the same boat as you. Like I used to wear jeans all summer long, and this summer I'm like, man, my legs got a little tan going on. Like usually they glow in the dark because I wear pants. And I bought a 2-piece bathing suit this summer. I've not worn a 2-piece in like since I was probably a teenager, and I'm like, it was one of those like retro looking ones. Like I thought it looked like a diaper because the bottoms were like the high-waisted ones.
The high waist,
I'm like, whatever.
yeah.
I'm gonna rock this thing, and I felt confident. Like I didn't even normally be like, oh, look at my fat rolls here, and got the muffin top. And this summer I'm like, screw it. Like I'm not getting any younger. My kids don't need to see me being all like, oh, I'm so ashamed of myself. Like screw it. There's other women that probably want to wear a 2-piece, or they want to feel comfortable out in public. I'm like, hey, if I can like represent and someone else sees that and they're like, oh, maybe I'm not that horrible looking too.
Mm-hmm.
Buy the damn two-piece.
Yeah, well, that's it, it's really refreshing, especially now we're going in this wave of like female positivity and empowerment. That I'm kind of happy the group's it's kind of in that same vein, but yeah, I have not worn a bathing suit, like a true bathing suit, since I was a kid. Like I don't one piece, two piece. I never felt comfortable in them. I'd wear a bathing suit, but I'd always have shorts on.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'd always have a tank, like a shirt on top of it. I'm super like old school and like overly modest about stuff that I don't need to be modest about. But so like we went on a cruise and I had a one piece on and I had my
I
shorts.
saw the pictures. I'm like, yes, go Tori.
And like it was actually funny because there was a moment I had my little spandex shorts on and I was actually in the water and I was like, you know what? I'll take these shorts off.
Yes.
So I'm wearing a bathing suit and like my thighs are exposed, but I'm literally in another country. So I was like, they're never gonna see me anyway. But I actually like with me, I took a picture of it and I actually posted a picture without feeling creeped out. And I can't remember a time I've ever done that.
Yay!
But I'm happy to hear you do the same thing. Like for some people wearing shorts sounds so small, but like if we're in the same, that was a big deal.
It is a
Like
big
a
deal.
huge deal. And
it's
tank
huge.
tops too. It's like I'm showing my arms and everything. And we realized quickly, I realized quickly how silly some of those things were that I built up in my head.
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to joke that my knees are fat. I was like, really, Tori? Your knees? That's little. Everyone else laughs at me. I was like, I can't wear these shorts. It makes my knees look fat. But so that's awesome. Let's see, what other question I have? I think that's all the questions I have, but we do have to do our Mighty Minute. It's going to be awesome.
We need a theme song for that, like busting the theme song.
Okay, you're going to get me in trouble. So my sister, my younger sister, her name's Tiara. She does a lot of work with me on the back, like behind the scenes for the Mighty Dames. And she has been on me to record her singing her version of the theme song.
Yes!
And I've just been, as I told everyone, I've kind of been off the grid this last month or so, getting all my stuff together. So probably for our next interview, there will be a theme song. It will be ridiculous.
I can't wait.
I will tell her, like, there has been a request. Let's hook you up to the studio.
I'll be kind of jealous. Like, I want to redo my Mighty Minute when we get the theme song.
What we'll do is we'll cut and then I'll introduce it and I'll do just this little segment of the Mighty Minute with the theme song on there. Yes. So let me find my questions. Now, I'm not drinking beer on camera. It's a cider, which is basically juice.
It could be hard cider.
Yeah, it's slightly alcoholic, but it's like pineapple and apple cider.
Ooh.
I know it's hot outside, the refreshing drink. So I am noticing that I do not have. Oh, wait a minute. Give me a second. I have to go get my other phone that has my timer.
Hold the phone.
My thighs might show real quick. Okay. Let's just going. Yeah, it's super professional of me. Look, we've gone almost 30 minutes and none of your kids are coming through. My dog hasn't started barking or bust through the door. So
I'll take the dog. Dogs are super cute. My kids, just kidding.
This dog is insane. He's actually insane. Okay, so that phone is dead. So give you one more minute. I'm gonna go get another phone.
How many phones do you have?
Okay, you see, I have work phones and I have old cell phones, but I'm just gonna pull it up on my computer because that's gonna be the easiest. So while I'm fixing this, why don't you tell everyone about your first practice, like the first time you went into the mat on the gym. You're like, all right, I'm going to do this. What was that like?
Oh, that was so interesting. My very first practice, my partner, shout out to Lori if she's watching this, we did back break falls for like 45 minutes straight. That is all we did. And I was like, part of me is like, oh, okay, I got to learn this. It's one of the basics. You got to get this down. The other part of me was like, can we do something cool yet? Because this is what I signed up for. Like, I signed up for like learning something cool, but it was good. And then I came back. That instructor is no longer at our gym. He moved to a different gym. But the teacher I train with now, shout out to Ben Tellini, TFS. He wants a shout out. Ben is super awesome. He is great. I showed up to his class, and he's just very down to earth, but at the same time, like, no BS. Like, we're going to work this. We're going to drill this move, and then we roll for 30 minutes. So it's kind of like, I guess it's like the lunch hour. Like, it's shorter than evening classes, because evening they'll train and drill for an hour, and then there's open mat for an hour. Lunch, we got like the condensed version, but I love it. It's a good format. I love everybody I train with at noon. Shout out to my noon guys. I'm giving shout outs left and right. Like, I'm staring
yes,
a
million
like,
shout outs. That's perfectly fine.
I love everybody. Like, they're such great training partners, such wonderful people. Like, they're like brothers to me. And then the women that I train with that come in at noon, they're great. We get along good. There's like no drama, or very minimal. I haven't had any drama, but if there is, I don't know. But yeah,
that's it. Like, it has nothing to do with me. Well, you know what? I will always say it's important for everyone to find a good gym, but it is so important for women to find a gym that they are comfortable with, that they feel safe in, that has that that's really welcoming. I don't want to like generalize, but a lot of times when we have new women start, they're kind of tentative because they don't know what they're getting themselves into. And this is a contact sport. You're like, my first day is like, I'm literally in between someone's legs who I've never met before. And I'm just like, oh my God. So I'm so glad that you found a gym that your first gym you found was one of those welcome environments. My first gym too. I basically told him, my coach, you can never close because I'm not going anywhere else. All right. So now we're going to do the Mighty Minute, because I did. Thank you, Google. They have a stopwatch. So I always put it's a minute, but I always put a minute 10 on there in case we stutter up on some of these. So what this is going to be rapid fire questions that have absolutely nothing to do with jiu-jitsu. We're going to answer them as quickly and as honestly as possible. I'm sure we will laugh in between. So we're ready. All right, I'm going to start as soon as I say my first one. Let's see. Where's my first question? Okay. What year did you graduate from high school?
2003.
Oh, crap. I didn't start the thing. I lied.
Redo.
Okay. So, all right, what year did you graduate from high school?
2003.
What's your favorite animal?
Narwhals.
Okay. What color is your toothbrush?
Pink.
Are you a morning or night person?
Morning person.
What's your favorite TV show?
Grey's Anatomy.
What's your favorite color?
What?
Favorite color.
Oh, favorite color, green.
M&M's or Skittles?
Skittles.
What's your best feature?
My butt.
Do you have a nickname?
My kids are here. They came to say hi.
Do you have a nickname?
Okay, boys, like, shh. Go ahead.
Okay, say, what food do you hate?
Boys, hold on 1 second. Can you pause the Mighty Minute?
Okay, I'll pause the Mighty Minute. We'll pause it.
Because I can't hear. I'm ruining everything. You guys gotta be quiet.
All right, I started back up at 30 seconds. Between us, we both messed this up. Okay, so what food do you hate?
Asparagus.
Google or Bing?
Google.
All right, do you have a nickname?
Biggins.
What's your favorite season?
Spring.
Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Do you snore?
Not that I know of.
What's the last thing you bought?
Oh, man. Skittles, actually.
Yeah, and that was it. Perfect. So that was the 30 seconds. Shut up, Google.
Yeah.
Okay, that was awesome. I had fun. Hi, kids in the back.
Noah, you gonna say hi?
What's that?
This is Spider Pig.
Hi. I saw when we started as we started the interview, I saw the pool noodles slowly coming from the side. Yep, the kids are in the building.
They're like little pool noodles that look like lightsabers, and they're just trying. Let me see that thing. Yeah, we got the lightsaber pool noodle.
I gotcha. That's pretty cool. So, one more question. So, you have like a home gym right there?
Yeah, I kind of like I can flip the camera around, I guess. Is that okay? Can I do that? Am I allowed to?
Yeah,
so
go right ahead.
I got mats down here to kind of train in my basement. Crazy kid. I got little elliptical.
Okay.
Then if you go around, like, you get the little tour of my basement. The kids
destroyed
this part. Oh my gosh.
As kids do.
And then I got my weight bench over here, so I have I do squats. I got like a gi that I wrap around the dumbbell thing, whatever, like for grips to do squats with.
Awesome.
And yeah. That's
pretty awesome.
That's my basement. Like, I try and do my little basement workouts every morning to build up some muscles.
That's pretty cool. I saw that. I was just wondering what the whole situation. That's really awesome. Well, it has been wonderful speaking with you today. I'm so glad to finally. Yeah, I'm glad we finally talked to you in person. Let's say we will add all your social media to the bottom of this. This whole interview will be uploaded tomorrow by like around noon tomorrow. So make sure everyone share, subscribe it around. We will be back in October. Whew. We'll be back in October for our next two. I do not have those set up yet, but we'll have those on the page. Hi.
Hi.
All right. Again, thank you for joining me, and we'll definitely talk again soon.
Thank you for having me. It was good to chat with you.
Awesome. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, boys. Bye.